Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Today we've been talking about illegal downloads, file sharing, and copyright infringement. Our next story takes us to YouTube. You may spend some time on YouTube for fun, but some people watch it for a living. In Los Gatos, there is a worldwide internet security company that makes sure copyrighted material does not end up on the web, such as movies or software. ABC 7's Tomas Ramon filed this report last August.
These people are watching YouTube and every other website in the world that might have pirated material which can be downloaded by an internet user.
We have every major entertainment and every major copyright holder pretty much in the U.S. Uses our services.
That may sound like a boast, but CEO Mark Ishikawa says it's not. Bay TSP is in Los Gatos. The TSP stands for Track, Secure, and Protect. Because of Bay TSP's presence on the internet, they say they catch anywhere from 12 to 18 million people who are infringing on copyrighted material on the internet every single day. On YouTube, for example, using a combination of an automated video fingerprinting program and these workers called video hashers, they can identify misuse of their clients' material. The movie industry alone lost $6 billion to piracy in 2005.
We have technology that goes off and crawls these sites. We're looking for keywords, metadata. Then we apply our video technology systems against them. The video technology system says, I recognize a piece of this video, and then it goes into human validation.
If one of these hashers verifies that there is an infringement, the website is notified to take it down. Ishikawa says they can identify the pirated video or game. They can also ID the pirate, their provider, and the username or names that downloads the data. Sometimes Bay TSP is the first to respond when a pirate offers up a clip or a movie. Ishikawa says YouTube infringements have gone way down due to their work. Bay TSP can be called internet investigators or plumbers.
We identify when it's leaking, where it's leaking, and then we immediately go through and begin to work on that leakage.
The company started back in 1999 and has 111 employees here in Los Gatos. Over the past 8 years, they say they have prevented the movie industry from suffering the copyright problems the record companies continue to have. They do that with servers shown here, which they installed all over the world, including China, where much of the movie pirating is done. Ishikawa says if you pirate or download, they will get you. In Los Gatos, I'm Tomas Ramon, ABC 7 News.
Our next guest is Professor Michelle Strahilovitz from Golden Gate University. Now, Michelle, I want to thank you for being here today, too. This is a really interesting topic. Your expertise is in marketing and consumer behavior.
Yes.
And I know that we both know people, unfortunately, who will pirate music, movies, software, whatever. And they think it's fine. They don't think anything's wrong with it.
You're absolutely right.
Why?
Well, first of all, there are those who think of it as theft, but the people doing it don't see it as being the same as what we normally think of as stealing. So there's a big difference psychologically between going into a store and stealing a CD or stealing software and copying it. For one, you're not physically taking something. You're not actually taking something away or just copying it. So psychologically, they see that as differently. And then the other thing that makes a really huge difference in their mind is they see it as predominantly something that younger people under the age of 40, often students who don't have a lot of money to spend, are doing. And who's being hurt? Microsoft, Bill Gates, the movie studios, the record companies. And those are bodies that they see as having a lot of money, who are already making a ton of money. So it's a bit of a Robin Hood phenomena. They often share it. A lot of the people doing it are not making money from it. They're copying it illegally, but then they're sharing it with their friends. So it doesn't feel unethical or immoral the way we usually think of other types of stealing.
Yeah, and I know you do focus groups on this a lot.
I do.
Right, from people from all over the world?
Mm-hmm.
Same attitude?
In fact, in certain countries, it's a much bigger problem, and when you talk to the people from those countries, you can see why. So if you talk to students, for example, from India and China, there it's much more prevalent. I talked to quite a few students from India, and they told me they don't even know anyone who's ever legally acquired software. It's just not done that way. There's just so much prevalence of people out there who have it and give it to their friends, that for every copy that's purchased, there might be thousands and thousands of other people who use it illegally. So much more prevalent, and they don't think it's unethical. They really don't see it as a moral issue. The one thing that gets them is, ooh, is there a way we could get caught in the United States? That would worry us. But in India, it's much more difficult to get caught, and the ethics is we're just sharing. We're just a community of people sharing software. We're helping others. They don't see that as stealing.
Now, you said that they don't have any moral issue about this, but can you make them feel guilty once they hear that it's illegal?
There's
that
two
work?
very different things.
Yeah.
Okay, so one is the moral issue, and that might make you feel guilty. This is not the right thing to do. And I think culturally, they just don't see it that way. Again, they think really big, rich corporation making way too much money, charging way more than they should, a bunch of people getting together and sharing through their technological skills and helping each other. So morally, no. But if they really believe there's a significant chance they'll get caught and they know that the legal consequences are substantial, instead of not doing it because of guilt or morality, they won't do it out of fear. And fear is a major motivator. So I think if you're going to succeed, you got to get them, A, aware that there are serious legal consequences, and B, aware that they could get caught much more easily than they realize.
Now, we have just a couple of seconds left, but I want to ask you very quickly, what should the industry do to stop this?
I think iTunes was a great example of giving consumers an option that's less expensive and really easy and makes it not worth the hassle of doing it illegally. So it used to be you had to buy the entire album in order to get one or two songs, and so often there were albums that just had one or two songs that most consumers wanted. Now for 99 cents in a few seconds you legally get the music. So many consumers who might have otherwise been getting music illegally are finding it so reasonably priced and so easy. Let's do it the iTunes way. And that's a great example of a compromise where you give consumers an easy, relatively inexpensive way to do it legally, and it's win-win-win.
So big risk, no risk.
Yeah, fantastic. And Apple's now going to be doing it with the movie industry, so fabulous.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. All right, we do have to take another break. Stay with us, though, because we're going to look at some alternatives, just as the one Michelle mentioned, to illegal downloading in just a moment.